Masoud is an assistant professor at Harvard University's John F. Kennedy School of Government and is a Middle East specialist. He explains why the interim government made the decision.
Basically, what the interim government wants is it wants stability, and the switching of the order of elections really reveals their overriding concern with getting Egypt back to some kind of state of political normalcy and electing a strong executive who can confront what they view as this challenge of terrorism and instability. So there's two things. So first of all, the Constitution stipulates that whoever is elected president would also have temporary legislative powers. So you'd get this kind of, for the period where you had a president and not a parliament, you'd have this kind of super president who was able to push through legislation to confront Egypt's challenges, somebody who could appoint a government, etc. So that's one reason why they want to go presidential first. You've got to have a strong figure who can make policy. The second reason, I think, is that, yes, this president, if he declared the formation of a party, would certainly be a powerful gravitational force in the parliamentary elections, and it would be very likely that the party that is close to or that represents the president would also be the one that dominated the parliamentary elections, and then you'd get to a system that looked very similar to the system maybe that you had prior to January 25th, 2011. Too much in Egypt has changed to talk about going back to the Mubarak era, so I wouldn't want to say that. And I'm not even sure that I'd say this is a setback for Egyptians, only because Egyptians have suffered so many great setbacks that if we were to make a list of ranking the top 10 worst things that have happened for Egyptian democracy in the last year or so, this would not even make the top 10 list. But I do think certainly we may be looking at a diminution in pluralism, that this kind of moment in Egypt right after the 2011 revolution, where everything was up for grabs and there were all kinds of political parties out there contesting, and almost anybody could say anything, that certainly ended, and now we are going back to a much more conservative period of much more limited pluralism.